Wow, you guys are approaching from 3 different directions? Alright, what's going on?
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for the Illinois State Police.
The Illinois State Police?
Yep.
Okay, your ID, please. We'll sign you in.
I have to give ID to come in?
Absolutely. It's a state building.
Really? I don't feel comfortable giving my ID.
Okay, so you want to see them then?
Yeah, send them on out.
They're in a different location. So you don't want to show an ID then?
No, not to make entry, man.
Hang tight.
Alright.
Yes, God. So you're here all week?
All right, they'll come up.
Alright. Hey, I got a question for you.
You know where it is?
What policy is it that states people have to show ID to make entry here? Do you know?
You can speak to them when they come out.
Okay.
You know where 911 is?
Yeah, you want to go downstairs? Okay. Or you can take the elevator if you like right here. Okay. Lower level. When you get off the lower level, turn right. Go all the way down the end of the hall. And there should be some signs that'll tell you the 911 sign.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
You got it. No problem.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Alright. I have 2 questions. One, I just need a FOIA form, just a paper form.
Okay.
And secondly, I was curious as to what policy requires people to show ID to make entry to this public building.
Well, it's just for an identification purpose.
Yeah, but what policy or law, essentially?
What policy or law?
Yeah, so I can look it up.
It's just the right to be able to know who you are. I mean, I can try and look it up for you, and then I can print you out the FOIA.
I would appreciate
Okay.
both of those. Thank you.
I gotcha.
You signed up on this, right?
It's for today? It's Tuesday?
Oh, you did already.
No, I haven't.
Oh, no. You got Friday.
And Monday.
Yeah.
Hey, good, sir.
Alright, how are you?
Good, how are you? My name's Master Sergeant Diaz. How are you?
What's that?
Master Sergeant Diaz. How are you, sir?
Oh,
So
alright.
how can I help you?
I was waiting on a FOIA form and...
FOIA form, like a request form?
Yep, just simple paper form. And I had a question about making entry into the building. If there was a policy, a written policy for people to be required to show ID to make entry to the building.
So I'm not in charge of the building.
Okay.
Because it's a state facility.
Yep.
So there's a state building, there's a state CMS director and such. So I'm not sure exactly what their policies are, but as routine, obviously, especially given the times, we
Yep.
do ask for IDs here.
Yep.
That's what they do.
Yep.
Okay. Obviously, if you're going to come into our part of the building, we're going to ask you for an ID.
Really?
But that's our part.
To make entry?
No, not in the lobby.
Okay, yeah, understandable on the restricted
Yeah.
areas, totally understandable,
Exactly.
but
It's-
like,
you know what I mean? You have the state lotto here, so everyone wants to keep track of who's in,
Yep.
who's out. God forbid there is any type of incident.
Yep.
So, but I can't speak on behalf of their policies. I know what our policies are.
okay.
So, but
Well, I
our
totally
policies aren't
understand the
requesting
restricted
anything like
area,
this.
so.
So, but as far as the FOIA though,
Mm-hmm.
there are forms online. I can try to see if I can find a printout for you.
Yep, I'm here to test whether you have the paper forms.
If we have the paper forms.
Yep, if you print one out, that would suffice.
We could print one out because we don't usually do it with the FOIA requests here within the districts.
Okay,
We have a FOIA department.
okay,
So usually the FOIA request goes to them, then they send it to us. And then
Okay.
what we do is we end up sending them all the information, they disseminate it.
all right. Just
So-
curious, how old are you?
How old am I? 38.
38, you're the same age as me then?
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
You're master sergeant too?
Yes, sir.
All right. Most of the master sergeants I've bumped into over the years are pretty top notch.
Then you came across me, right?
Huh? Yeah. Well, no. Literally, like every encounter in my hometown I've had with state police, it was a master sergeant. And the one time I got pulled over, I was speeding. Used to have a sport bike. Going a little too fast, and he's a very smart one. Came up behind me, didn't flip on his cherries till I was stopped, and right up on my butt. And he gave me grief about the license plate. And I wasn't 100% on what the law stated on the license plate because I had mine tilted just a little bit,
Yeah.
you know. So the light could hit it from my license plate light. And he's the first cop I've ever bumped into that he recited the law verbatim. I went home and checked, and I was like, damn,
That's right.
that's good. Yeah, he hit the nail on the head. So I've had nothing but good encounters with Illinois State Police. I'm not looking for a shit show here.
No, yeah,
But,
no, I was just wondering. I know they told me that there was a gentleman out here that was filming that was asking about the IDs here.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd just come out and
Yeah.
address you. So.
I like to know because I'm a public access journalist. I'm here to
Okay.
test whether I can make entry into the building, and the first thing they asked me for was an ID. And
Well, like I said, here in this lobby, I don't see any issue. Okay, but like I said, I
restricted
can't.
areas, totally understand.
Oh, yeah, of
I
course.
totally understand. I won't try and make entry to any of them. If the door's locked or if there's a sign on the door, I don't even bother. So I just test them out each time. So
So they passed the test here. They asked for ID, right?
yeah, they asked for it, but I could have pushed it. But I seen the Illinois State Police was here, and I'm originally here for the FOIA. Then I saw the EPA is here, and I was like, oh, sweet. I need to talk to them and central management. So I don't know where they're located at in the building, if it's accessible to me or not.
So I think I'd be guessing if I told you. I didn't really
Okay.
take tours of the entire building. I know what
Gotcha.
I'm leaving here. So
Yeah, I actually drove around your building already. I noticed some issues in the back parking lot. Some of the signage is a little iffy.
which signage is that?
You can't quote me. I was just glancing. I look at signs all day, every day. It seemed like it was restricted to employees only, but I didn't park there. But I can walk through there. I'm well aware of it. And I plan on walking through there.
Through the side over here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have a secure lot out there. That's why. So
It
there's-
didn't look
so-
secure.
Oh, so that's another subject right there.
Okay.
So
I didn't see any signage that said employees only. I saw police vehicles only, but that doesn't mean like employees or persons.
You're right about that. You're right about that.
And I'm
Because
a
obviously we don't want.
stickler for the rules.
Yeah. Obviously we don't want people just roaming through
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But a lot of times you got a lot of these townhomes over here, and the condos right around here. They walk the dogs through and such, and
That's what I figured would happen.
Is it worth the trouble, really? For somebody that's just walking their dog, but open
No.
Pandora's box. When you start
I'll let
letting
you know.
everyone just run
I'm
through,
here for you guys. I'm here. I'm doing a statewide vehicle maintenance study, and you seem upfront enough. I've been told by several different police officers across the state of Illinois, and I learned about it starting in Texas, that during the riots that they seem to have every year, police officers' vehicles tend to get torched. And it always seems to be certain vehicles that get torched. And I'm not trying to protect the people torching cars by any means, but there's some nefarious stuff going on. And I believe that those police officers, whether they're CPD or Illinois, I don't believe I've seen any Illinois State Police cars. In my opinion, nothing that I've ever had an encounter with Illinois State Police would make me think that you guys are okay with that kind of behavior. But purposely parking a car out in the middle of a riot so you guys get a new car. And the state of Illinois, taxpayers of Illinois, of course, end up having to foot the bill for that. And that's what I'm on to. That's why I'm up here auditing police departments. I generally get hassled a little bit when I go around and video record the cars because I'm looking for the VIN, the car number, and the plate number. I get the VINs when I can, but if it's a genuinely secured lot, I can't get in there and get close enough. I got a pretty good zoom, but... and that's basically what I do. I'm compiling all those records for me to finally go through there and start sorting them out because
what's the end goal? with all
end
that,
goal,
actually? Yeah.
save the state of Illinois taxpayer about $10 million each year. I think it's possible.
I would appreciate that.
Yes, I would too.
Yeah, I would
I worked in
appreciate
I told them guys I used to
You got to
teach.
start with Cook County, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm working my way there. That's why I was like, I wasn't too sure about you guys, but yeah, it is. Cook County is the target. I've been to most of the departments in the state of Illinois.
Yeah.
So I've only had problems. I had problems at St. Clair County Jail about 3 weeks ago. The officer could take a lesson from you in manners because he just came up and right off the bat started threatening me with arrest, threatened me with trespass when I'm standing on a public sidewalk. Didn't listen to anything I had to say. He didn't know what he was up against, and I tried telling him, look, dude, I think I mentioned, I said I have my attorneys on speed dial or something to that effect. And I've had encounters with attorneys since I was like 14.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of them. And I know what the laws are, I know what the civil rights are, I know what I can get away with, and I know what I'm entitled to. And that guy just went overboard. And he's a sergeant on top of that. He didn't have a name tag on. I asked him to identify himself. He did, but it was windy and wearing the mask, I couldn't hear him, so that pissed me off. I was like, man, you're threatening trespass. You got a badge and a gun, but no name tag. You're refusing to identify yourself. We got problems here. And then his major comes out and pulls out his camera and video records me, so creates a public record for me to request. And now they're playing stupid little games with me. So they're about to get sued. That's about what's going to happen.
I didn't catch your name.
Kent.
Kent?
Yep.
So I will go ahead and see if we can go ahead and get a printout for you.
Cool.
For the FOIA. If not, I can actually give you the number to the FOIA department.
That'll work too.
All right.
I prefer the form, but...
Prefer the form? Okay.
Yep.
So we'll see what we have in there. We don't usually deal with the FOIA requests. Like I said, those usually go directly to Springfield.
Yep, and this is why I like the test.
Yeah.
I go to every location I can bump into.
We may have the form in there.
Yeah.
I just never had to deal with it
Yeah.
because I know exactly what the process usually is. Okay?
Yep.
All right. So I actually was able to confirm, because I've worked up here for the last 15 years. I've never seen a form myself. So I went online and looked, and I am fairly positive to say, I'd love to see the form that you actually have, if you have one. Mm-hmm. If you wouldn't mind showing it to me.
I don't have any from the Illinois State Police offices. I have them from other cities and towns and counties.
So I think it's a free form, okay? Mm-hmm. I think pretty much what it is we have a FOIA contact. Mm-hmm. All you have to do is basically send information. Say, this is who I am, this is my contact information, and this is what I'm requesting. And then at that point, they go ahead and process the request accordingly. So that is the email from our website, okay? And usually that's what we end up giving people. I know this gentleman has a phone number.
Okay.
But more than likely it's an office number, and being that with the whole COVID situation in Springfield, a lot of these guys aren't in their office. Yeah. Emails are probably going to be the best point of contact. And I know they respond immediately because there's obviously a time frame on those FOIA requests. Okay. So that's that, and then this is just the kind of like how-to, which I'm sure you're familiar with.
Yes, I'm very, very familiar.
Yeah, we don't have anything pre-printed here, and you're probably the first person that I've ever come across that's asked for one. Really? Usually they ask for, how to receive the information. We just give them the email address.
Gotcha. Well, part of the reason I do this and I ask for a paper form rather than the email is about 20 to 30% of our population doesn't either have access to a computer or they're older, they don't know how to use one.
I mean, I'm sure, have you done anything in regards to the FOID cards and CCLs?
No, I haven't.
Well, go ahead and look into that one.
Yeah, I see you guys.
All online. So you try telling a 92-year-old man that's had a FOID card for the last God knows how many years, he's trying to renew it, and I'm like, you got to renew online, sir, I'm sorry. And he said, I don't have access. I don't know what to tell you. You'd have to go to, you know what, sometimes I'll tell him, hey, listen, do you want to? I'll step outside with my computer. Let's go and go through the renewal here, but unfortunately everything's saved up, it's all online. It's a portal, so.
We'll see how it's probably going to work its way through the courts eventually, especially with FOIA. I don't know about FOID card or concealed and carry. All I know is what I've read off of major media here in the past week or so. You guys hired a bunch of people here recently to help process all the backlog of FOIA cards, if I remember. There was something like 16 or 17,000 or something.
I think it was like 60,000. 60,000. I'm not mistaken.
I could have just remembered 16 in my head, and it was really 60.
I think they went up from like an average of. You probably misquoted me all.
No, that's fine.
I think it was at about like 5,000 or 10,000 a month is usually what they were around, and they just skyrocketed up to about like 60,000.
Well, with
request.
COVID going on and all the tinfoil hat
Civil
people.
unrest and
Yep.
such, and yep.
I'm surprised nothing's happened yet this year, to be quite honest, like major unrest. I mean, the George Floyd thing was a sigh of relief.
Well,
but
we'll see where sentencing falls
Yep.
now. So
I'm old enough. Normally, it's in the hottest part of the year. Is July and August are the worst. It literally has humans are no different than insects. We're more active at that time, and people's tempers run short when it's hot out, and it culminates into a big mess. Is what it is. Yeah, I'm old enough. I've paid enough attention. I see that stuff. Take a couple of psychology classes as well in college, and that helps understand things.
just life alone.
Yeah. All right, man.
Do you need anything else, Ken?
I need to make my way to the emergency management agency and
So I'll tell you right
or
now.
not emergency management. I apologize. Central Management Services and the EPA.
EPA.
Yep.
So I'll tell you right now. You could ask these gentlemen right here,
Uh-huh.
but before they're going to let you walk through, they're going to ask you for that ID because they're going to want to know who made their way into this building. So, again, I cannot speak on behalf of their policies
Okay.
and such. If it was me, I would just give them the ID. I understand
Yeah.
I understand your point, but
Yeah.
I understand their point as well too. You know, we just have people just tramping through the building. We don't know who they are. I have no issues with it because I don't see any type of threat. You're just walking around with a
pretty
camera.
obvious.
That doesn't bother me
Yeah.
at all. So, you know, I mean, it's a state facility. It's not a public building per se, but it is a state facility. So if they are requesting an ID, that's at your discretion at that point if you'd like to provide it or not. But I can't speak if they're asking you to leave.
Gotcha.
I can speak for what we do here.
Gotcha.
All right.
And I like I said, if I were trying to go into restricted, I'd have no problem. But when I'm in a area open,
It's just I think a lot of the stuff are downstairs. Which you,
and it's a little bit more open floor plan, isn't it? With no locked doors or key
There
card
are some
access.
locked doors down
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's
but there's
good.
But there's a lot of hallways and such. So
Gotcha.
you know, I think they like to know who made their way in and.
All right. Well, I parked my car right out, and
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm on camera where I parked my car. So.
I'm pretty sure everything's on camera right there.
Yeah,
So.
I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, the EPA I believe is downstairs. We have a lot of. I know they're not right here. That's for sure.
Okay.
So
Cool.
and
Well,
then
thank
I
you.
know the state lotto always requests that everyone's identified that walks in there. So
Really?
yeah.
Wow. Well, you're a pass. That business out there that might have to change. I'm gonna bring somebody else's attention to it.
And like I said, so CMS runs the building.
Runs the building.
So
Okay.
basically, if I park my squad car in front, CMS usually comes out here and they're like, "You gotta move the car."
Really?
So,
Oh boy, I'd just take my time replying to any calls they had. I'd be like, oh, I had to
So-
walk an extra 300 feet.
But,
so.
yeah, I mean, I think the CMS manager here, his name is Ernie Scarpelli.
Okay.
Ernie Scarpelli. So I'm pretty sure you could probably find an email address to him, if not maybe one of the providers or such.
All right.
And you could ask him about any type of policies that are in place. I'm fairly sure to say that inside of the lobby, you do not need to identify yourself.
I don't. I
You
know
don't
I
have
don't.
to. You're absolutely fine walking around with a camera.
Yep.
You know, there's nothing to hide here, obviously.
No.
There's nothing restricted here. But as far as entering the building and such, beyond this lobby,
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. Is that the line of people waiting to come in?
Yes.
Oh my God, they have to stand out there and wait?
Yes, sir.
Holy crap, I didn't know that. I need to make it to Central Management Services and I need to make it to the EPA.
Okay, EPA is only, it's an office for office people. They don't see people from the
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like, you know what I mean? They just do office work there. They don't see the public.
Gotcha. Is there an EPA, or Illinois EPA to be specific? Is there a location in the area
I
that's
believe they're in the
specifically for
building,
them?
But I think most of them work from home because of the COVID that's going on.
Gotcha.
So they shut down that public stuff. The only thing that's open for the public in the building is the lottery.
Okay.
Those are the lottery people right there. So we'll check them in. They'll go to the back and then they
Gotcha.
come out. That's pretty much the only thing that's open to the public in the building.
I don't see are you state police or are you city
No, we're
police?
security for the CMS building.
Okay, so you're allied.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys wouldn't have the policy. Central Management runs this building though.
Yes.
do you have a contact number, or could you send somebody down that works with central management?
I don't have a contact number from anybody with Central Management Service because our company would have that information.
Okay.
We don't. We just come to work, do what we got to do, and go home.
Yeah.
So they deal with it as far as that. So
Uh,
you can look them up, though.
all right.
I think you can, if you Google Central Management Services, you should be able to get a phone number right up. But we don't ever have to speak to them. We just come in here, do what we got to do, sign in.
Gotcha. Well, what I'm trying to get to is the policy that states you're required to produce ID. I'm not going to give you grief because
public area from, like, let's say from the washroom to right there.
Mm-hmm.
This is public access. Anybody can come inside here.
yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. That
But if you want to go to another part of the building, that would have to have an ID requirement because those are
Really?
like the lottery and all that. You have to have an ID to come inside. You got ICC police over there. You got
Well-
gaming board police. You got a little bit of everybody.
I'll give you a heads up. They're telling you, and it's not you. I know you're just doing as you're told, but they're telling you wrong. I'm a public access journalist. I specialize in this type of stuff.
Talk to them.
Oh, awesome.
There you go.
Hello. Are you with Central Management?
Yes.
Awesome. I was wondering if you could tell me what the policy is that requires people to produce identification, if it's a law or a policy.
Well,
And
I think it's our policy. We have a lot of people here in law enforcement, and we
okay,
keep people accounted for that come in the building.
okay, but it's not required by law. It's just a policy.
Well, you know, I've been here for 21 years. I've never had to look it up as a law.
Okay.
I mean, I can go about doing it, but
I would love to get a copy of that policy if you have it. I'm here to test you guys on public access, and there's some things I see that are raising eyebrows with me. And I'm not going to lecture you, but there are some things that oh shoot, that's who they just recommended. You're the building manager. Okay. Now I see that it says Illinois State Police, and it looks. I'm not sure if that's a key card access door or not.
yeah, it is.
It is key card access. Okay, that's restricted. But when you walk over here in the lobby or lottery, that is a doorway that does not have key card access.
Well, you see, the state of Illinois is kind of short on money. If we had, an unlimited supply, there would be one of it.
There would be, but I've tried to get out of speeding tickets by telling the officer I didn't have the money, but it didn't work. So you see where I'm coming from. I'm here to test on what is and is not publicly accessible.
Well, you see, just roaming around.
Hello. Hey, I got a question for you. Are you state police officer?
No.
Never mind. You might be able to answer it for me. I noticed a lot of these vehicles don't have front plates. Are these all like getting repaired or something, or?
Well, I don't have to disclose to somebody that I don't know any information.
Okay.
All right? This is Illinois State Police. If you want to talk with somebody from Illinois State Police that is
Authorized to speak.
authorized to speak with you, you have to go in the front of the building. At the front desk, there is an officer. You ask him.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, just curious, what country are you from?
Doesn't matter. The problem is you're not allowed to. You're not
If you
allowed
could
to
go in
come
the front way, because this area
What's
is
this
actually a
guy's
secured
problem?
area.
This isn't a secured area.
This is for the state police. And,
Yeah, I
state
get that,
workers.
but it's not secured. And this guy's being rude to me. It's not a good time
I
to
actually
come up
listened
there.
to the whole conversation, sir.
Special Agent 5421?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So if you'd like, if you want to go up to the
Could you
front,
answer a couple of quick questions? They're very
I'm not
basic.
authorized either, though. That's unfortunate.
All right.
So if you want to come up to the front, sir?
No. Wow, you guys are approaching from 3 different directions? All right, what's going on?
And you just, again, so we were just asking what information you're looking for, what you need.
I got my Freedom of Information request up front.
Did you already file it? Okay.
I haven't filed it yet, but I went and got the form, and I'm here for official business. This isn't a restricted area. I'm not a terrorist. I'm here doing a vehicle maintenance audit, and past that, I don't feel comfortable telling you anything else, because it looks to me, by the way you walked up, that you're looking at me like an active shooter. You're setting up 3 different directions, setting me up for a crossfire. I'm not going to take that shit, man. You guys are being rude to me. I just spent 2 hours inside there, and I was nothing but nice to everybody in there, and I walk out.
We've been nothing but nice to you as well, sir.
Yeah.
This is actually a secured area.
Did you not just hear me, man? Look, this is not a secured area. I know what a secured area is. There's nothing on that signage out front that says law enforcement personnel only, okay? I know it says state vehicles only, essentially, but I'm not a vehicle, and neither are you.
Is your vehicle here?
What?
Is it parked here?
Is it parked in here? What do you think?
I'm asking. I don't know.
Jonathan Parker, Special Agent. And what's your name?
It's Sergeant Montes.
Thank you. 5225 5421.
And what is your name, sir?
I'd rather not give it at this point, man. I don't like the way you guys approached me, to be quite honest. I was nothing but nice and friendly, and when you guys come up on me like that, I'd take issue with it.
We weren't aggressive at all, sir. We've been very...
No, you're just approaching me, setting me up for a crossfire of some type.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what, yeah, we don't understand that term.
Maybe it's become second nature, man, but I'll tell you a bit about myself. I spent 6 months of my life in an infantry training battalion.
Okay.
That's exactly what you were fucking doing. Don't even tell me it's not. Not born yesterday. I'm 38. There, you got my age. The guys up front got my card and my business card, and they know my name. I had no problem introducing myself and talking to the state police officer up there.
Okay.
I just spent about an hour talking to the building manager, and I'm acutely aware of what's going on here. So I'll ask you guys some simple questions. That's all I wanted, if you're willing to answer. Why are some of these cars not have front plates? Is this like the repair facility for the Illinois State Police? A lot of these cars don't have front plates.
A lot of them are getting work done.
Getting work done.
A lot of these are actually out of service, too.
Okay, so that would make sense on why I'm video recording their VIN numbers, since they don't have a plate, and I don't see a card number, at least not on. No, there's no car numbers either.
What do you mean in terms of car numbers? What do you mean?
Well, like car number 23 put right here.
They don't. Yeah, we don't have car numbers on our squad cars like that.
Yeah. So there's no front, there's no plates and no number. So just adds up. I don't care about the interior of the cars. Like if you see me pointing my camera, I'm not interested in your firearms or your communications equipment.
Did you send a Freedom of Information Act request to Springfield? There's nothing else, sir. We're gonna take you off. I mean, if you got no other questions that I can try to answer for you.
You can just leave me be. Like, what you see me doing is what I plan on doing. I'm gonna finish up this line of cars right here. I don't care about the personal vehicles or the plates.
Let me ask you this: are you armed at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, how about this? Would you mind if I just tag along would you mind if I tag along with you? That's it.
I thought you were going to ask to pat me down.
Observe.
That's fine.
Just observe.
How long were you in the military?
I wasn't in the military.
What?
Actually, no. But is it all right if I just observe?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I'm totally okay with that.
You good with that?
Yes.
I'm good with that.
As long as you're not being
Can I ask you, do you want me to answer any questions for you?
If I have them on the cars, I'm curious
about the extreme damage ones.
Yeah, the extreme damage ones, like specifically what wreck happened.
Oh, that I don't know. Because I mean, we've gotten so many wrecks around here that things happen, so we can't really keep track of.
So this
That's
is
not what I
only
do.
the Chicago units come up here to be repaired. And by the way, I really am.
Chicago headquarters.
It's not?
It's the District Chicago headquarters.
Okay.
But you know what? The CMS garage handles more than one state, like state agency vehicles.
Okay.
So.
And this is central management that runs this garage.
Well, CMS is the central management system. It's like a state agency.
Oh,
kind of thing.
I know what they are.
All the facilities.
Well, I wasn't sure, because I noticed that there's other vehicles other than Illinois State Police vehicles here. That's why I'm asking. And truly, I really am trying to track down what's happening to all the burned up cars. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Burned up cars?
Yeah, cars literally burned on purpose.
Burned?
In Chicago.
And if you're talking about CPDs, I don't know of any state police squads that were burned intentionally.
Like in the past 2 years?
That I don't know personally.
Okay.
Now, if they burned up in crashes, that does happen. I don't have any specific information.
I'm more interested in the rioting.
Oh, the rioting? The
Yeah.
only ones that I know that were burned were CPD squad cars.
Yeah, so that's...
I don't think any ISP squad cars were burned in that.
We at that meeting. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
all right.
Do you need me too? Yeah. All right. All right.
Well, it looks like they figured out who I was and what I'm doing, and I'm here legally and lawfully, and you guys were a hair's width away from getting sued.
All right, now you didn't have to go there.
Oh, well...
Use better language than that.
Yo, here, I'll show you why.
Okay.
My first time I went out to do this, I got hip tossed while handcuffed, I got meth planted on me even though I'm not a meth head, and I got my service dog taken from me. That's who I am. You should find out everything you need from there.
Well, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Any other questions?
I'm not a threat. All right.
I didn't say you were.
Gotcha.
Do you have any other questions, Bob?
Nope.
Okay.
Just a heads up, I am going to walk back that way and then I will leave. And I'm pretty sure they already know which car is mine now.
Be careful going around that way because they scream around those corners pretty
Gotcha.
fast.
Thank you.
So pedestrian traffic really isn't...
Woo!
So that's not a state squad. That's not a state police.
How the hell did they even get it here? They just left it. I guess they used the tire to prop it up.
They tow it and they just leave it in a space. All right, sir.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Damn. Jesus Christ. The VIN is slightly obscured. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that one.